Dear Hiroshi, how are you? I've been waiting to speak to you for a while, so I mean it sincerely. How are you doing? I'm pretty anxious writing you this letter. This is my third attempt, actually. I never seem to know how to start or end something like this. It feels beyond me. I'm not like you, structure doesn't come so easily to me. I hope you don't mind me waking you up like this. I know you're probably resting, but I have something I want to show you. And if it's not too much trouble, I'd like to ask you some questions along the way. Do you live in the city? So many of your songs have river or bird noises, and even though a lot of those were added on without your permission, I have to imagine that some of them were intentional. You have a fascination with nature that seems removed. Like your songs want to be in that world and just can't. Your songs want a lot of things, actually. They feel like they're searching for an intimacy they can never achieve. I would like to call myself some sort of expert on you, but to claim so would be a lie. I've been able to dig up lots of individual details from the information that exists, piece together small little stories, but the larger picture escapes me. I know where you went to school. I know that your first music label collapsed when your friend, Satoshi Ashikawa, I think, died in a car crash. I know what inspired your albums, and I know what context your work falls into, but all the places that provide this information seem unconcerned with you as a person. I know that your first album was inspired by a museum you visited by yourself, a space so evocative that you imagined music that could accompany it. I've been to spaces like that. Cold vessels in the middle of cities full of people. I know that feeling of being alone in public. I've read the liner notes to your records, the ones published at least. I was hoping to find something of substance actually written by you, but I had no such luck. If there's one thing I know for certain, it's that you like to let the work do the talking for you. I wish I could do the same. I was listening to your music when I filmed this shot. Let's see, that was 3 years ago. 17-year-old me behind the camera, and then edited by 18-year-old me, then 19-year-old me, and now... I am 2 decades old looking back at 3 years of work. And I don't know if I'm ready to end it. The footage has been with me for so long now, changed meanings so many times that it feels wrong to lay it in stone. A funny thing happened to me when I was looking at this footage recently. I had already edited it together and left it sitting in an enormous file for about a year untouched. As I watched, I was really frustrated. The filmmaker was making choices I would never make, letting shots hold longer than I ever would, and yet I was the filmmaker. Somewhere along the line, I had changed what I looked for in art so much that my old work was foreign to me. I could change the footage more now. Trim it down, tear it apart, manipulate it. But I don't think I have the heart to. It was made by an artist who is no longer with us. I have to admit that I'm writing this for selfish reasons. When I shot these images, I felt very alone. I don't know if that's changed. I hope it has. I hope I can see through the haze and come out the other side. Maybe I think writing you will clear that path for me? Maybe I just want to know more. I want to know how it felt when your best friend died. I want to know what it was like when your country's economy boomed and all of a sudden your music was in high demand. Did you like making music for perfume stores and office lobbies? Were you as sad as your music is when you had to sit alone in a space to compose it? Did you really mean it when you said you didn't want anyone to pay attention to your work when it was played for them? That it should rise like smoke? How did it feel when you were too sick to make music anymore? Did your hospital room have a view? We're both dead now, you and I. Every person involved in this film is dead. Swallowed by change, aesthetic, translation, cultural divides. We exist in this moment. Soon it will all vaporize. How can I remember filming this so clearly? The feel of the camera, the temperature of the air. Will I remember recording this? When I shot this footage, it was spring. A long spring. It rained for months on end. And when it cleared, the sky was bright blue. I was cold then. I like being cold. It's over now. The film, I mean. I don't have anything else left to say. I like to think that you would have liked it. Maybe not the whole thing, but a piece of it, an image or two. I should go. I have stuff to do, and I don't want to keep you waiting too long. Write me soon, okay? Farewell, Hiroshi.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When the villagers come to my door, I will hide underneath the table in the dining room, knees drawn up to my chest. When the villagers come to my door, I will breathe shallow breaths from high up in my stomach. I'll ha 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 ha, waiting for the front door to splinter, waiting all winter. To my door, I'll be all tucked away, with my face to the floor and my eyes closed. And no one knows how to keep secrets down here. They tell everyone everything soon as they know, and then where is there left for poor sinners to go? Waiting for the front door to splinter, waiting all winter.
You can't even see nothing.
I know. That's the point.
Ugh. You and your art films.